guys, welcome back to another Random Sam Epic Mom. Time for a book review. Alright, book is Moonshadows. This is an anthology with 4 authors, guys. So let's get into it. First story is Wolf Moon by Nora Roberts. And this one, it's all about a young woman who's kind of set out on her own. She's doing a trip through Europe. And she's backpacking, doing all that. And during this trip, she's attacked by a werewolf. Werewolves aren't real. Come on. No, not. Well, they're real. At least for her. And so that kind of ends her trip. Fast forward 11 years later, she's still trying to find a cure for this. So for 3 nights a month, she turns into a werewolf. And through some sort of twisted faith, she's found a way to live with her life. She's found a way that through the process of trying to find a cure for this, she's found a business of her own. She's, built a life of her own that works for her. But in this process, she's going to fall in love with the local vet. Very good story. Very nice. Kind of goes in with the Halloween theme of this week. And again, it's not too long of a story. Next one up, guys, we've got Jill Gregory with The Moon Witch. Now, The Moon Witch is a really good one. I like Jill Gregory. She's got a good flow to it. This one is set in a different world, and I love stories set in different worlds than our own because the rules of our world and all the social niceties and stuff, none of that applies in that world. A separate world, you get to make up the rules. And in this one, it's got magic. It's just all the norm. Well, in this one, an evil sorceress steals women's beauty and youth to keep it for herself. And this young moon witch, who happens to be a princess, her sister, who's the queen, has had it stolen from her. And if the young princess doesn't get it back, doesn't defeat the sorceress soon enough, that's going to be permanently. She'll lose her sister forever. So, with just the, determination because she loves her sister, she's going to battle to. But the sorceress is in this really nasty island that's just populated by just the worst of the worst monsters, doom and gloom. Just nobody has survived this island or this place except for one man. And so she goes to him first to see if he can tell her how to survive it. He's like, nope, you can't do it. But, you can stay and be my wife. And she's like, no, I'm going to save my sister. And through that, they're going to work together. He's going to try and save her. But she's going to end up saving him in the process also. Because besides being a moon witch, she also has an affinity for animals. And it's all going to come together and help her. So that in itself is a really cool story. I love stories where they save each other and they all kind of work together. Alright, third story. This one's really great. Blood on the Moon by Ruth Ryan Lingen. Now, this one is set in the Highlands way back when. And it's all about how the outlaw Scottish Lard is going around and he's just killing off these clans. And the High Clan at that time he murdered first. But one survived. Even though everybody thought the whole family died, Royce survived. He's been living in the woods. Nobody's sure how the hell he survived. Nobody knows he survived. But one young woman who's bringing in all the orphans, all the widows and such, the people who have survived the decimation of their clans, she's been bringing them in and keeping them safe because her dad's been kind of bedridden. Now the guy is demanding that the bad guy's demanding that the remaining clans, chieftains, have to swear loyalty to him or he's going to destroy them. And he sets this up on All Hallows Eve, which, if you guys know any history behind Halloween, All Hallows Eve is when the dead are supposed to be able to come back to life, or come back to visit the living. A lot of different cultures have a lot of holidays going on that time. So, again, he's going to have to stand up, and Royce is going to try and tell him, hey, guys, we need to stand up against this guy. So it's a good story. I liked it. And then we've got our last story in this, which is West of the Moon by Marianne Willman. Now this one is kind of neat. It's set in kind of the Regency era, and it involves the Fae. The Fairy Queen and King, and, you know, a little Underhill type stuff, and how a guy, he did a good deed, but in doing the good deed, he tramped into a ritual that he wasn't supposed to see, so they were supposed to kill him. But because he did the good deed, the queen decided, you know what, I'm gonna ask you guys not to do it. But there was a price to be paid. So while he's in the fairy kingdom, he gets to be, you know, his whole self. But when he's not in the fairy kingdom, he's scarred and limpy. Yeah, that's real nice. Great how that good deed paid off. And his former intended, Phoebe, has shown up because she was invited by his uncle, because his uncle's like, you know, screw that, you two are supposed to be together. And she's gonna have to find a way to free him from this now curse, pretty much. And it's just really kind of cool because a lot of us don't think about it, but when we have relationships that fail for whatever reason, because it failed because he wanted to keep her from being sucked into the whole curse thing, when we get a second chance at something that really matters, and you have the history with that person, it gives a little bit more depth to the second time around, because one, you know what the little things that are going to tick that person off, you know all their little past fobblies, so you get kind of to skip that part and to try to get to the bare meat of what's going on. So it's a good story. So all in all, this was a great read. I do reread a lot of my books, and I've had this one for years. And I would recommend this one, you guys. So if you get out, I'm sure any local library has it. You can get it online, whatever. Or use bookstore. It's usually put in the Nora Roberts section. But again, this is Moon Shadows, and it is a wonderful read. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Please get out there, find some books. Let me know in the comments if you have some that are similar to this, or ones that you'd like to recommend me to read. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. Please check out our other videos already on YouTube. And give us a like and subscribe. And if you hit that bell for notifications, you'll know when we put something new out. So try to make every day matter by finding the fun. You guys have a great one. Bye.